the Wellness Expo in Bali, and we have no other than the godfather of hip hop with us today, Russell
Now, what a
Simmons.
title. I was thinking. But my last, I don't know how many years, I've been writing books and living a yogic lifestyle. And this new career has its own future. It's as innovative, or as certainly as when I found hip hop, there were no rap records at all. And I was there, and I was lucky enough to be at the beginning of what was a cultural revolution. And kind of the same with financial service with fintech. Right?
Yes.
And the same with some other experiences, poetry. Like nobody wanted fucking poetry, right? So I was there I've seen things evolve. And even the comedies, the guys who were in it were very different. You know, the Dave Chappelle's and Chris Tucker.
Oh, yeah.
So I had these experiences. And even more exciting for me, because the last, I don't know how many years, I've been writing books on yoga and yogic lifestyle, and I've been a vegan for 30 years now. So this next chapter in my life is dedicated to wellness and to spiritual, physical, and mental clarity and wellness. So this is where I am now. And I'm now at the Bali Wellness Convention with you.
It's amazing. Like
I answer like 60 questions, right?
60 questions straight away. And then when Russell is onto something, you know it's going to be good. You know, it's like history of his doing this. And I'm so happy that you've been writing books about yoga and then those specific paths. And I'm very excited about what you're doing here in Bali with just sharing wellness and then what's happening in GDAS and all that jazz with bringing so much technology and devices into our lives, really, into the living in the present moment with such a great
well, that's
joy.
very generous of you to say that. But listen, there is a cultural revolution happening. It's not like when we made a rap record and no one had a rap record. It's not like, people laughed at poetry. This is something that's already exploding. But, into the mainstream, not quite, not yet. And so I think that this next few years, there'll be a whole focus from the mainstream on health and wellness. My friends, I'm 67 years old, so my friends are like dying of old age, right? And lack of self-care and all of these things that they shouldn't be dying so young. Most of my friends are younger because I've always run away from people as old as I am. But the people in their 50s that have diabetes or have heart disease or obese because of the food that they choose and the lack of movement, those people need to be part of this next chapter. And I think there's a next chapter of young people who are growing into sickness, but will resist it because of the toys we talk about.
The toys.
And the happiness that comes along with taking care of yourself. And I think that it'll catch on beyond the people here at the convention center and beyond the clinics that we have already. It will become mainstream. The people will go back to taking care of themselves because the sicknesses are so vast and there's such a big vacuum sucking people into sad, less productive lives.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. What you said, like, the happiness of taking care of yourself is so important, right? But also you bring into the conversation the toys, and I know you're a great lover of these wellness toys and GDAS things. What's most exciting for you this time? I know you've been playing around with cryotherapy a lot.
Well, ice therapy is, whether it be cryotherapy, which is big, expensive, elaborate idea, or cold bath, which is harder to take, but probably equally, in some ways, equally as good. They both, it's almost like an infrared sauna, normal sauna, because the cryotherapy, as you know, is 110 degrees Celsius.
Minus 110
minus
degrees
110
Celsius,
degrees
right,
Celsius. Yeah. But it's the body knows it, and so it reacts to it differently. But when you sit in the shock of it, the water touching your skin is hard.
But when you go into the ice bath,
infrared versus, because one is more internal. I believe that the cryotherapy, and I think research tells you the cryotherapy, your metabolism goes crazy. All these things
Mhm.
happen on the inside because your body's like, oh shit, look how cold it is. As opposed to when you sit in the ice bath and you feel, on your skin, this tremendous, shock to the system from the outside in.
You go to completely opposite, where you go to minus
I like,
110 degrees, right?
until I was 30 years old, I did a tremendous amount of drugs. I'm 67 now.
Mm.
And then I got sober. But I liken, the state of yoga or consciousness, or
Mhm.
I'm sorry, the awakened state, right? That sounds lofty.
Mhm.
But I liken that to clarity or cloudiness because it's all about an empty mind.
Right.
So, and once I got sober, I had to seek out all the things that emptied my mind. And I didn't realize what it was. Like I fell in love with yoga. I mean, over 30 years ago, I fell in love with all of these things, right? Meditation and the rest, because they emptied the mind. Of course, in the scripture it says, that Yogic Sutra is obviously the core of it is the second sutra.
Mhm.
But to really know that that's what you're seeking at every moment in life, that whatever it is, new car, whatever empties the neediness and the noise in the mind, you really start to gravitate towards it. And once you do it regularly, whatever it is, becomes a new habit. It could
Mhm.
be even like you'd be freeze. So we go in the
Mhm.
ice room and mind empties, right? Oh shit, it's cold, right? Or you have you're shocked into presence, or you meditate your way into it. But
Mhm.
whatever way we can get the mind to clear out, and that yoga sets in, then that's what we're seeking. And that, is from good health and good spiritual practices and good karmic work and all the toys that we're talking about.
Mhm. So that's the consistency of the clear mind, forming healthy habits, and really using these toys. I'm always so excited to come to your place and meditate in the morning and go through all these different toys that you have at your place. And I really, really looking forward to exploring more
July
of
11th
that.
is an open house, is the first like soft opening. And
Yeah.
that will be, you'll see the park in its completed state for the most part. And I think you'll be, pleasantly surprised. Right now, you look at it and people are using it, a lot of the hotel guests. And it's, it looks like wood, beautiful, teak and ironwood, but
Mhm.
also wood and stone. And the trees are growing and the gardening is happening. But it's called Bali Eden for a reason. It will be a tropical, like we're in the forest. You will feel that you're in the forest, which is a critical, I think, component of its beauty, is that it's so beautiful and so colorful. So, I see the completed version where everybody else sees what it is today. So it's happening. It's happening
It's
very
happening.
quickly too. So it's exciting for me.
So very exciting. So guys, it's 10th of July, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a soft opening, open house of Bali Eden, which is located just next to G-Desk Hotel in Ubud, Bali. If you're around, check it out. It's absolute pleasure to always be there, and absolute pleasure to have you, brother. Always, always
Pleasure. Thank
great.
you.
Yeah,
My pleasure, Prem.
keep up the great work and keep inspiring us.